Okay, here we go again, good people. Now I've adjusted this slightly so I have hopefully a better background. I'm learning as I go, filming these sketchbook things. So going back in time a little bit now, the sketchbook I think is a Hannibal. I'm not sure how to say it. That's the little logo with the rooster. I think that's a German sketchbook. Okay, so it's around about A5-ish, and it's a few years ago now, so it'll be a trip down memory lane really to have a look through it. So M, my little character, EM for everyman. He floats through my sketchbooks, has done for many years. So it is really a place to play and to draw. Often, if I'm on holidays, it's really great. If I've got the time to sit on a beach somewhere, all the better. Out with friends. This is down in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. So I often write quotes. One of my favourites. But I take my sketchbook with me everywhere, so you know, sometimes I'll be at a gallery opening, and other times it's just around home when our little dog was still alive. All sorts of things, from making sculpture. That was at the foundry. I was pouring wax into my moulds to eventually be made in bronze. And studio rats. Going out. Look at him. Going out to see bands play. Where my husband works. Poor Noel. Another bad drawing of him. Well, yeah, it's just not a great likeness. I have so many versions of Noel and the dog. So these are just kind of thinking about things, working through things, drawing sculptures, drawing people. It's really a reflection of what's going through my brain at the time and what I'm seeing as I'm wandering around. Openings at art galleries, contemplating a trip to the Ukraine at this point. So I was researching this gigantic, we did actually see it in the end when we went, this gigantic sculpture. That's how big the people are. It's huge. It's a very oppressive sculpture in Kiev. So I'll just keep flicking through because this is really full of all sorts of musings and wanderings and wonderings and trialing things out, and books I've read. It's a cracking good read, that. Tom and Elise came to visit from Townsville, so we took them up to the mountains. Going back over old drawings. Oh, this poor kingfisher. It's a nice opportunity to draw from life, though. Most of this is drawn from life. Tom and Elise got engaged. But there's always going to be some research in here too. Little dogs are nearly always drawn from life, because I had her in front of me. These sorts of things, I was going back over old photos and trying some different things in the studio, so sometimes I will use the sketchbook to and use reference from photos. That's probably a good quote for a time like this. It's good to be grateful. I think the sketchbook is a good place to practice gratitude, because you just, I put lots of quotes into this one. I don't normally do this. Little dog. Back at the foundry, with all the wax pieces floating in the tank of water. sitting at the hairdresser, thinking about the Ukraine. Oh, no. Now there's Maggie getting skin cancer cut out of her. That's rather confronting. So, oh yes, so this is where drawing dogs, this is where that whole side business was spawned in the sketchbook. We're trying to raise some money to send over to the Ukraine, and so that started this whole thing. I'm still drawing dogs a few years later. Experimenting with photocopy transfer of some moth drawings that I'd done, large scale moth drawings, and then photocopied them down and well, this was a series of tree portraits. I'm not going to fit them all on the screen anyway, am I? Can't go that way. We'll just have to look sideways. Crows and toads. This toad actually jumped into this lantern. Yeah, it's gross. We're not very fond of toads here in Queensland. Passenger concert. That man I love and I draw so badly. Yeah, so I think that might be it. Some pages left in this one, not sure why. Thanks for watching.